Hi, welcome to Gallery Spotlight for the Irving Art Center. I'm Jo Temming, the artist that is the current exhibit. The name of this exhibit is Evolution, and we picked this title of Evolution because I have actually been an artist for more than 40 years. And so this collection of art that we have in the exhibit today is really a sampling of different techniques that I have used over the last 40 years. And so the idea of evolution, how my work has evolved as a painter over the last 40 years, is what we really wanted to spotlight in this show. And so the piece behind me today is actually a technique that I call paint beading. It's a process that I developed more than 20 years ago. And it was really inspired by one of my favorite artists, Jay DeFeo, whose life work was building a painting called The Rose. And I say building because it was a marriage of art and sculpture. And so that concept really fascinated me because I'm not the best sculptor, but I wanted to incorporate the textures into my painting and to really play with that idea of making these kind of three-dimensional, very textural types of paintings. I also am very attracted to very intricate, detailed work. So most of my paintings, much like the painting behind me, it took weeks to do. And so the process is every single individual bead of paint on this painting behind me. It's about 20,000 different beads of paint, but each of those are individually applied by hand. It's a multi-step process, and it takes several days not only for it to dry, but to also cure. And so one of the mediums that I am drawn to a lot is metallics. It's notoriously difficult to work with, but I think how it reflects light in different lighting, whether daylight, sunlight, spotlight, makes it worth the kind of notorious nature of metallics and how finicky it can be sometimes. The piece behind me, this process, includes me mixing the paint, so I mix all of my different paints. It's a blend of actually multiple colors, even though it looks like it's all black. It's actually several different colors of mica flake in order to get that. And so when I've applied the individual beads of paint, then once that's almost dry but not completely dry, I'm actually using industrial strength magnets where I am directionally pulling those mica flakes the direction I want it to go so that the reflection is consistent and how it reflects light is consistent. And so it's a very high failure rate process. It's truly a labor of love because I have done many pieces like this one, and only to have it not dry correctly, not cure correctly, and then end up having to shred it. So it is a true labor of love. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be here at the Irving Art Center. My art career largely started in Irving with my first solo exhibit at North Lake. And so it really truly is a pleasure to be here today.